Welcome back to the show, Hannah. You're on the air. You're here to talk about Ariana Grande, who is it fair to say you're a big simp of?
Oh, for sure.
An Ariana fan.
Yeah, we got the biggest fan that I know who loves Ariana. And, well, Dan said she's in controversy. Is it controversy?
Well, Hannah, if you mind just standing on hold for a sec, I'll introduce the segment for our wonderful audience. So we're talking about Ariana Grande here. She, I would say, is in a little bit of controversy. I mean, look, let's see what happens when we Google.
She's in hot, soon-to-be boiling water.
Yeah, I think so. So she's touring at the moment. Hannah, correct me on anything if I get it wrong, but she's touring at the moment, and she's just finished the tour, I believe. She was at the last leg of her tour, and she released this music video, Petal. And there was a lot of controversy because she was going around in the video in, clothing that was quite revealing of her body, which not that I have a problem with wearing revealing clothes or anything like that. But the controversy generally stems from the fact that in a lot of these images, you can kind of, you can make out bone structure, and she looks very, I guess people would say, worryingly skinny. There's also a moment it's this part of the music video where she's performing to like a group of people, and
they're saying no.
They write down on a note of paper.
They're saying you're a piece of shit.
The note says something like she could gain a few, or no, she could lose a few pounds.
She could lose a few pounds, yeah.
Yeah, it says she could lose a few pounds on the note in the video. So the controversy that a lot of people are having is whether or not it is all that responsible to portray this kind of, I guess, body standard or body image to particularly someone like Ariana, who has a lot of young women fans who probably look to her for like inspiration and guidance in a way. And then the final part of the controversy, and we'll get you to comment on this, Hannah, is that she decided, as a result of all of this discussion that was happening surrounding her weight, Ariana to take a break from the public eye after the Eternal Sunshine tour. So she referred to it, I believe, as like scrutiny or something like that, public scrutiny, and that people were talking too much about her, I guess, or the controversy was getting too much, and so she decided, I'm going to take a step back. Now, she didn't mention her weight or her situation or anything to do with like having an eating disorder or anything like that, which is all speculative, by the way. I'm not saying any of that I'm in the know. But
yeah. I think you explained it. Yeah.
So that's So thank you for being so patient, Hannah. Now you can jump in.
So how are you feeling about the situation, Hannah? How are you feeling about it all?
I have quite a few thoughts on it. I can definitely understand where most people are coming from in a worrying kind of way, because it's not normal to see your sternum and your ribs.
Right.
It is definitely concerning, for sure.
This kind of visual, yeah. There was a photo, did you see this, Hannah, of her with a fan?
Yeah, the little girl. And she, like, her head looks really big and her hands look really, really big.
Yeah, so like here we have an image.
I feel so bad, like...
This is a photo of Ariana with a fan, and like the fan is a young girl or a teenage girl, and I'm not saying this to sound mean, but like, you know, Ariana is skinnier than like a teenage girl, like, you know.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to acknowledge, I have no interest, and this is not what we do here. Like, we're not trying to say that she looks bad or that like she can't look however she looks. I mean, you know, I think we both accept people at any size or anything, but it's, and I will say, I'm not sure if you were going to make this point, Hannah, but a lot of commentary has been that there's obviously been a lot of people shitting on her for looking a certain way. That sucks.
Yeah.
I think we can agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I guess, how do you... do you think her taking a break was the right call? Like, how do you land on that?
I think because of all of the backlash rumors going around to do with Cynthia and Wicked and all of the stress with all of
Ooh.
that stuff.
What's the rumor? Can you flesh out the rumors for us?
Oh, just like the rumors on set of her dating her co-star.
Ethan Slater.
Is that a
Ethan
rumor, or is
Slater,
that-
and
Well, I think it started as a
then-
rumor and then they came out as a couple.
Yeah.
Isn't her
saying
album
that she was
also?
a homewrecker.
Well, isn't her album a little bit about him as well? Like him being the ex
The breakup.
in this context of the album?
I guess. I'm not actually entirely sure because it was never properly disclosed that they were together or that they
Right.
Really?
broke up. I mean, there was somebody or a inside source saying that there was
Do
a
you think?
relationship between them, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't think we would litigate this, but I mean, what do you think happened there? Do you think?
Oh, they were for
I
sure
wouldn't
dating.
necessarily go so far as to say homewrecker, but I mean, from what I've heard,
Well, he left his wife and kid, didn't he?
Oh, I mean,
Ethan Slater.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
he's the douchebag, if anything.
Newborn
right?
child, by the way.
Hey,
Yeah, newborn child.
newborn. Yeah, exactly.
Newborn child.
Yeah.
I also read that she like came over and saw the wife and the kid.
She's not innocent in this, surely.
I
with
think
that.
there's a bit of blood on both hands, personally. I don't think you can
But at
only
the
put it on
end-
Ariana, though.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, he's the one who decided to leave his wife
Sure,
with
definitely.
a newborn child.
No, that is like very poor behavior.
It's that Ariana, man. Like,
Maybe though, it's also maybe you shouldn't get into a relationship with someone who left their newborn to be with you because
yeah.
maybe that will
And play SpongeBob.
Maybe that will end in
Live action
flames for
SpongeBob.
yourself.
I mean, it wasn't her brightest moment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's good that you have because there are some like fans out there who can't see any wrong with like the people they love and they're flawless and slays queens and stuff, but like, come on, like that's pretty wild.
I don't like Ethan Slater as a person, but damn, the man can act. Everything
Really? Are
for
you
sure.
joking?
when I've seen him in stuff, I
No
actually think he's quite
way.
good. I can't.
Stop.
Sorry.
What, Gen V? Fucking,
Yeah, I thought he was good in
Stop
Gen
it.
V.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that Gen V was a jump scare and a half, dude.
Oh, stop it. There's no shot you're actually
don't-
being serious.
I think he's a good actor.
My
sorry.
God, man. You liked him in Wicked?
He was pretty
I liked
good,
him in
actually.
Wicked.
I did. yeah.
also have seen clips of him from his Broadway as
SpongeBob?
I think that's it, right? He's a stage actor.
There's no
usually
shot
there.
that like who goes to see a fucking play about SpongeBob and he's like just a regular dude. Like I can't like wrap my. I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. I don't want to watch that.
But
shit.
SpongeBob's not human.
Yeah, he's not human. He's just
Yeah.
sponge. It's in his name.
Yeah.
Fucking SpongeBob.
He's not human, Bob.
No, he's not human, Bob. It's ridiculous. It's so dumb. I can't. This guy's always just giving me like the ick, and I don't know why like someone like Ari wants to be with like someone like him. I don't really.
You got something against Rangers there?
Nah, my best mate Aiden's a ginger fuck.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Aiden's as ginger as they
secretly do,
get.
But I dye my hair.
That's true. You're a ginger too.
So, Hannah, I want to know.
Top up list.
Tell me, where do you stand on the break? What do you think she should? Is there anything you think she needs to change or could do to change, or what do we? How do we come out of this break?
I think, first of all, I want to start off by saying we don't know what's going on in her personal life. She
Yep.
is a very, very big star. Anyone has heard a single Ariana Grande song. Like, think of her big songs like Break Free, Focus, Problem. Someone has heard Ariana.
7 Rings.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Thank you next.
Goated
Yep.
song.
Yep.
And,
Popular from
you
Wicked.
know,
Really?
exactly. Like, she's in the spotlight so much over the
Yeah.
past, I want to say, like 3 years.
Yeah.
And before that, she had a very public, well, she tried to have it private, but there was a very public relationship with Pete Davidson. And then she got married to Dalton. And she tried to remain private in that, but, you know, paparazzi is going to...
Who did she get married to?
His name is Dalton.
They divorced,
Who
right?
the hell was this?
Yeah, they did get a divorce.
That was the one she left for SpongeBob, and
yeah.
because they were both in relationships.
I
and-
didn't know that. Damn.
But
Ari
there
gets
were
around.
rumors going around that Dalton was cheating on her because the long distance was getting to them.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Is this guy a celebrity as well? Like,
No, so he was a real estate agent who sells luxury homes, and they met through mutual friends while she was house hunting in like 2018
oh
or
wow.
2020. He's in her Stuck With You music video.
Look, that stuff I can understand, to be honest, because like she is so famous and so big. Like she is
Who cheats on Ariana Grande?
she's not even like a business unto herself. She's like an industry unto herself. So I can sympathize with her with that being so busy that it's hard to keep up like a relationship.
Right.
Absolutely. And, you know, we don't know what's going on in her life personally, but there's also that many people who hack into her family stuff or all of her producers' things that try and leak her music. And she wants to step away from that. And especially with her relationship before Wicked to music, she has publicly said she never thought she was going to make an album again. So she was
Really?
also surprised when she released Eternal Sunshine and then Pedal recently. And then, you know, she's had all of this scrutiny her whole life. She's been in the public eye since she was 15.
Yeah, that is wild. And,
That would be
under
hard.
She went
Dan
on that
Schneider
many
as well.
tours.
So
Yeah, she
some
came
Dan
out of
Schneider shit definitely went down, which is like awful.
Oh, for sure. Like, if you Google
a lot of it's on video.
Yeah, literally.
brain scan post, it's really, really disturbing because there's like a normal brain, a PTSD brain, and then she shows her brain scan.
Oh lordy.
Yeah, we got it here.
Yeah, it's
What?
I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. But
Yeah. Why
Not
did
a
she
joke.
post this? This is disturbing.
she's saying that she's under a lot of stress.
Did she post
Is
this
that the
recently?
idea?
No, this was a couple years ago.
Okay.
Look, you're not gonna like my take on this one, Hannah. I don't love when celebrities say that their life is harder than the average person, but that's where we.
No, it's like I could definitely understand that point of view. Like, you know, it's a very insanely weird job to have.
Yeah,
It's unique. It's like you're walking the road for the first time, you know.
being
like,
that
Exactly.
famous, it would look. I'll admit, being that famous would absolutely give you a specific type of trauma, like having to deal with the paparazzis, having to deal with the scrutiny. Absolutely.
Do you think she'll
Not to
come out
mention-
of her like hiatus to go to the red carpet for the new Fockers movie?
Oh yeah, because she's in it.
Yeah, likely. I mean, I don't see why she wouldn't.
So, what do you? I want to nail you down on this, Hannah. You need to give me a straight answer.
I'm getting there.
No.
So-
I'm curious. Like, do you think she has? Do you think maybe she bears any responsibility for portraying herself like that?
There was a time in the Tumblr days, in her victorious days, where she had like skinny posts and life would be so happy if I was skinny, but that was also when she was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
But
Look,
I
she
also
can be
do
a
think
victim
she has
and a perpetrator.
responsibility. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
anyone could be, but she also has a responsibility because a majority of her fans and
Young women.
are young,
girls,
not just
teenage.
women.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
mostly LGBT and young people in general. And, you know, as someone who has previously had an eating disorder, I do think there are very clear signs that she does have some sort of disordered eating. I also don't want to speculate, you know,
It's hard because you
especially
don't
women's
want to ever
bodies are very
diagnose
hard to
someone.
study.
You don't want to diagnose someone who's not ready to talk about it or acknowledge
Exactly.
it or diagnose
Well, maybe
it.
that's what the whole break is for acknowledging a few things that she's been pushing under the carpet for a little bit.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because it
I
would
do
be
think
hard.
that she needs to be a little bit more careful with posting things like that. I don't think she realized, but at the same time, the people around her might not have realized because if they're around her every day,
Well, this
they
I'm
wouldn't
not sure
notice the
about.
weight loss.
So this is where I also want to bring this up is that I think maybe do you think there's a worry that the people around her are neglecting her health because for them most people around her are probably being paid because of her and they rely on her like artistic output to make ends meet, and do you think maybe there could be a problem with some of the team around her in terms of, well, I don't care if she is looking skinnier than she ever has. I want her to make money for us, Do you think maybe they're ignoring some of the signs just because it's more profitable not to?
At the end of the day, this is Hollywood. I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if that was the case.
There was a comparison, I'm not sure if you saw, to another star that actually died of malnutrition.
Karen Carpenter.
That's it, yep. Karen Carpenter.
Yeah, she died. She died of anorexia. It was horrible.
When was
Yeah,
that?
so, well, but that's what's sad about anorexia. You don't actually die of anorexia. You die of,
Well, malnutrition.
like, starvation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you literally
Yeah.
starve to death.
Yeah.
This, I don't know, can you see the screen, Hannah? So this was a
Oh, yeah.
image of Karen Carpenter
Yeah, bless her heart.
a few days before she died of an eating disorder, essentially. And, people are saying that Ari looks
Poor Ari.
in the same
I
ball game,
feel,
or
I
even
feel very
potentially
sorry
worse.
for her because, and like, you can't even like announce a break without fuckers like me and Dan like researching it and stuff and like wanting to get like a bit of an answer.
The last thing I want this to be is like, there's no credit. Even if she is dealing with an eating disorder, I don't think it's useful to like shame her for the way she looks, or even shame her for like not acknowledging it for long
You're
enough.
exactly right.
The only thing I would want is for her to acknowledge her health so she doesn't die. Like, I think
well, that's
the
probably
saddest...
that's probably what it's for.
I hope so, but that's kind of what I'm saying about people around her maybe exploiting her, because to me, the saddest outcome would be that she is worked to death, right?
Yeah,
She's worked so hard because she's making all this money for her and for other people that her health gets neglected and she doesn't make it. Like, that would be the saddest outcome to me. So I just want her to get healthier, to be honest.
At least with her music, seems to be where she has the most like creative control, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
And look, maybe, hopefully,
Other than
her
being
music...
on like a movie set, not having much.
That's right. I mean, hopefully her music could be a vehicle to help her heal, when she's ready to go on that journey. But
Can I ask Hannah, do you think that it was Wicked that was the straw that broke the camel's back?
Yeah. I think the stress of, being in the public eye, as well as, trying to conceal your somewhat failing relationship, going through a divorce, then performing on Wicked and working that hard, it's a lot. And there's a few factors, look at any vegan influencer, look at their size. But it's also like really harmful to comment on people's bodies, but there's also like a line where you kind of have to draw and express concern as well.
it's hard. The way I try to disaggregate it is as I say, okay, I'm not trying to criticize her body per se.
Yeah.
Let's separate that from the fact that she is a creative like business unto herself, and she is responsible for what she outputs as an artist. And within the art she's putting out, there are, in my opinion, like harmful depictions of body image and stuff like that. So that would be my avenue of criticism. Like I said before, I don't think it helps. Like, even if some people think, oh, if we all call her like a skinny bitch or whatever, that'll shame her into, like, that's not going to make her do anything better. You know what I mean? That's only going to make things worse for her, in my opinion.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, we don't want to...
There's also, like, half of the point of the music video is the amount of criticism she receives for doing anything. Like, there's no winning. And she, for years, since being in the public eye, has been criticized. You know, there's a very specific picture of her Met Gala when she looks like Cinderella. She's got this blonde ponytail, and people are calling her fat.
That's insane.
Not that one.
Jesus.
No, not that one. It's like a bluish dress.
Wow. She's been to the Met Gala a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I think she goes every year.
I think it might have been an awards show. But yeah, like, behind the scenes of that, there was a specific photo and people calling her fat, saying she's gained weight and all this other bullshit. And she was a perfectly normal size.
Do you?
It's ridiculous.
Can I ask about Cynthia Erigo, because I don't know what it is about this woman, but like I feel like she had
Yeah, that
something.
blue dress.
People call her fat there.
Fat here? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are awful on the internet. There should be some accountability for what you say. I feel like it's pretty.
Absolutely.
Well,
People are way too comfortable commenting on other people's bodies, and it's not only harmful, but it sets really dangerous and disgusting standards, let alone commenting on specifically women's bodies. It's been happening for centuries.
Well,
Yeah.
Dan
now
did
that
call
women are-
Cynthia Erigo an alien. So,
I mean, to be fair, she has no eyebrows and she's bald.
Yeah, that's
But-
more of a comment on her bald ass head.
well,
than anything.
I did want to ask about Cynthia because I feel like I don't want to put it all on her, but I feel like
I know.
she like had something to do with this. Surely, like she was kind of in the background a little bit. I feel like
I think it
She
may
seems,
be a case of
Eating
like.
disorders are very, very competitive.
I was gonna say, I
That's-
think
really?
it may be a case of maybe
Yes.
they made each other worse, or they're not good for each other,
Wow.
and maybe even they're not trying to be, but it can almost, like Hannah said, become competitive in a weird way.
In my own experience, because that's all I can really speak to, with my eating disorder, it was very competitive with another girl that I was friends with at the time. I'm not anymore.
wow.
But you know, it was who could eat the least amount in 1 week and get away with it without people
Wow.
noticing. I don't want to get too dark or go like, too much
Yeah,
into
no.
it.
Well, thank you for
but-
sharing. First of all, that's really
yeah,
brave.
it's really messed up, and I have since recovered. By the way, I'm a much healthy weight now, and
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
in a much healthier mind space. This was
we love you,
over
Hannah.
5 years ago. Thank
We're
you.
glad to hear that you're doing okay. Yeah.
Well, I think it's, even though it may be a bit hard and dark, and I applaud you for talking about that. I think it's good for people to get a better understanding of some of these issues. I think a lot of people are ignorant and don't fully understand, and I hope that the discussion we had today, was respectful. I mean, the last thing I would say is I agree with you fully about the issue with discussing, women's bodies. I also, though, I'm wary that in some way, or maybe not Ariana herself, but maybe her team are weaponizing that just a little bit to silence criticism. Like, I think that there is a space, and I think you got to be careful, but I think there's a space to have a respectful discussion like we've had today about some of the issues present, where you don't have to devolve into body shaming or like hyper focusing on somebody's size or weight. Yeah, I mean, I think conversations like this are good, but I would agree that, conversations that...
Didn't she kind of like not, when she said she's taken the break, there wasn't necessarily like a reason for it. She just said
I
that
believe her or her team...
no, they said public criticism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she went on when I think it was like the day after the announcement happened. She was performing and
Yeah.
she was about to do her little moment where she
Speaks to the audience.
yeah, she was doing her little moment and she was saying like, this is something she had been considering for a long time before the pedal video came out, and there's a lot going on, and honestly I don't blame her, but I think the pedal video and the backlash from that was the straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to taking a step back from the limelight, because she has very publicly admitted and told people she's not had the easiest mental health journey.
Yeah.
And, from things like being blamed for Mac Miller's death and the bombing and the PTSD and then the public scrutiny surrounding Pete Davidson's relationship and then Dalton and
Well, she had the
And then the
Manchester
Yeah.
bombing as well.
She mentioned that. Yeah,
Oh, right.
that would be... no, I mean, that would be lifelong trauma for anyone, so I totally
Absolutely.
sympathize.
I just think, everyone, I think the best way to handle it is to be kinder about the situation. I think being
I agree.
kind, and because it's like, you read some of this stuff, like this, like that Perez Hilton thing happened. The amount of like jokes that I saw on Twitter that were like
disgusting.
so inappropriate. I'm like, where is the limit? Like, where do you draw the line at?
Yeah.
Like, literally laughing at someone's like demise. Like it's so
Well,
fun.
that's the sad thing.
Absolutely.
If you bring up Perez Hilton, I mean, he made his career out of doing just that. You know, he would
Exactly.
post young women and shit on them and
and
criticize
outed
them.
people for being gay and stuff.
Yeah, he was a real sick puppy, if you ask me. But
didn't
even,
deserve all
even with all that
the-
being said,
yeah,
I
like-
wouldn't like make fun of him for having a clear mental health episode on
That
on
video
mine.
is so disturbing. Yeah, it's anyway.
No, well, look.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hannah, for
Thanks, Hannah.
chiming in. We really appreciate
Of
your
course.
very thoughtful commentary.
Thank you for having me.
You've brought some very interesting perspective to the show. Is there anything you want to finish off and end on?
I do want to say that if you are struggling with any sort of mental illness or mental health, it is not weak to speak. You know, statistically, men are more likely to hurt themselves, and you need to speak to somebody. It is not a problem to speak out. Just get the help that you need and reach out to somebody. It's scary, but I promise you it's worth it. And I promise things do get better. And you are loved and you're not alone.
Thank you. That's so
Thank
sweet.
you, Hannah. What a wonderful way to end that
Thank
segment.
you. Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure we'll have you back on eventually to talk about some other girly drama.
Some other pop girly drama. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're closing in on our pop girly correspondent. So
Yeah,
really
we
am.
need one. So
So thank you. Yeah,
Thanks,
exactly.
Hannah.
A couple of white guys like us. We need someone like you to
that is
up the diversity.
that is
around
Hannah from my work.
Yes, thank you,
So
Hannah.
thank you.
Have a wonderful Monday.
Thanks, Hannah.
Too. See ya.
Bye. Okay.
Wow.
What a show, folks.
Wow, look at that. What a interview. That was really good.
That was really good.
Oh, that went well. Thank you so much, Hannah, for getting deep with
Women's
it.
stories matter.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.